Hey guys, today I wanna show you a little comparison between vanilla tactics and RBM tactics. It's gonna be a little series of videos about tactics in RBM. Later on, we will in other videos I'll be showing unique RBM tactics. In this first video, we are showing the kind of the default tactic you often will get when fighting. So we are doing two Vlandian armies against each other. In this video, they're gonna be same both in vanilla and RBM. So these are two AI armies. I order my army via delegate command, and the other AI is automatically controlled by the computer. And you can see here that the defenders have. So this is vanilla, just to clarify. So here the defenders have crossbowmen in front of their infantry, and they kind of tried to charge, but then they regrouped. Now they're charging again. They are charging with the soldiers that have no shields first. And now the crossbowmen are joining the melee, even though there is a melee infantry behind them and there are friendly cavalry units on the flanks. So the crossbowmen are getting killed in melee at the moment, and the attacker crossbowmen were not shooting until now. They started to shoot just now after they came close to the enemy front line. And the defender cavalry was just standing there until it was charged. And you can see it's happening on both flanks. And it's one big blob, and the battle is more or less decided at this point. The yellow team has won. And yeah, but the red crossbowmen are now just running into the enemy. And that's it, pretty much. Yeah, the battle is definitely decided at this point. And yeah, as you can see, this is the vanilla experience. Now this is again same type of army, same map. Just defenders now spawn at the top of the hill instead at the at instead at the bottom in the valley. So we can see like the AI, the defenders are holding a position, but it's kind of weird. They are not really shooting for the most part. Like they are holding their shields in a shield wall, and the defender cavalry is actually kind of standing behind the army on the flanks. And the attackers, again, like the guys without the shields, are charging first. And well, if the crossbowmen were shooting, they would get shot, but now they will probably just get slashed instead. So they are coming close now, and the cavalry is not really reacting against them so far. Crossbowmen are not shooting, and the red army is approaching, or rather the rest of it. So are the crossbowmen shooting? No, the crossbowmen are still accompanying infantrymen. Okay, now the crossbowmen started to shoot, and the cavalry started to do something. Now when the line is met, so the cavalry are fighting at the flanks. Crossbowmen are running back. I guess they want to get to the skirmishing range, which is like I think 100 meters or something. They are creating really like weirdly angled formation. And now at this point they're getting harassed by the cavalry because they won on one of their flanks. And the yellow crossbowmen are still not shooting, so they're still just observing the battle. So yeah, that's what you get, I guess. Um, yeah, now the cavalry is harassing the passive crossbowmen. The red crossbowmen have created a 90-degree line towards their own infantry because they angle towards enemy cavalry or something. But so now they're getting charged by the infantry, but I mean red might. I'm not sure they're gonna win. And I think now the yellow crossbowmen have started to shoot last. That's pretty much the battle is done at this point. Yeah, the yellow crossbowmen are shooting now. But I think they could have caused much more significant casualties if they started to shoot sooner. And now we will go to the RPM. So we are technically starting on a hill. Again, same army as before. But despite that, the defenders are trying to take the hill instead of waiting at the bottom of the valley. The cavalry flanks are to the sides at the flanks, but also a little bit in front of the army. So that means they're gonna engage each other, you know, before the formations actually meet. So the idea behind this is that if you have superior cavalry, you can beat the enemy at the flank, and then you can charge the enemy archers and infantry, and and you can do so roughly when the battle starts, or at least when the formation battle is somewhere in the middle of it, instead of you know instead of after the actual battle. Some horses are like winning that fight a little bit, and they are harassing a bit. So formations now are going to clash. But you can see here that the two-handed soldiers are actually at the back of the formation, not at the front, because they don't have shields. So the unshielded soldiers stayed behind the formation, not at the front, so they didn't charge ahead. This lonely rider fighting enemy crossbowmen. So as you can see, crossbowmen are firing from a heightened position. The battle has been joined. The formation. We had formation videos before, so you have a good idea how that looks like. Cavalry is trying to disrupt the fight on both sides, because we have exactly the same soldiers on both sides. So it's like extremely even fight, and where little things can matter. In normal battle, you would have much higher diversity of, you would have different ratios of cavalry and those archers and stuff like that. In the meantime, the attacker crossbowmen are shooting too from the distance, and they may try to get closer if most of them cannot shoot, but as long as the majority of them can shoot, they can they can shoot at something. They're gonna stay in their position. You can see the cavalry is trying to harass the crossbowmen. The crossbowmen are shooting at the enemy formation, enemy crossbowmen, and you can see here that kind of like on each of the formation flags, the left side of the melee formation seems to be doing better than the right side. So the left side is pushing, but here the crossbowman will be able to shoot into the red formation because yellow soldiers have died here. And also, as you can see, like I'm running this battle with shoulder shields on. Like they might look a bit weird, but they are functional. They protect soldiers from arrows, so they kind of simulate that heavy style of shooting a crossbow. But they can be enabled or disabled in the RBM config in the main menu. As you can see here, like that, they get to shoot into the enemy formation, into our formation. We are technically team red here, but both armies are AI. So, and for some reason, the red are actually winning here. So they're fighting up the hill. Maybe it's something silly like. Soldiers that are higher are more likely to miss or something like that. Well, soldier being lower maybe are more likely to hit head. Some silly engine thing. The battle so far is like extremely even. It may be turning now because the yellow infantry have routed. So now it's just the yellow crossbowmen and some remnants of yellow cavalry. Now in this battle the cavalry for the most part slaughtered each other, but in a battle where one side would have much more powerful cavalry, which we will show later in later videos, like one side would dominate and then they would harass enemy archers and infantry much more after they would win on their respective flanks. But in this case, the cavalry was extremely even on both sides, so they just ended up killing each other. And at this point, yeah, the yellow are trying to gain some distance and then shoot again, but at this point it is a lost cause. So yeah, they are being charged by the red infantry, while the red crossbowmen are still engaged with the remnants of the yellow cavalry. Obviously, as a player, you could do different commands. You could manually control your troops and move them. But you can see that the yellow crossbowmen lost here, so there are just remnants of the cavalry here, and crossbowmen and rest and the infantry and allied cavalry is gonna deal with them. So yeah, this is the current state of like vanilla versus RBM when it comes to combined arms and when it comes to the default tactic. In the next videos, I'm gonna go over the unique cultural tactics, which most of the factions have some unique tactic. If you like what we are doing, you can leave us a like on the video or even support us on our Patreon, and see you in next few days or maybe next week. Have a nice day, guys.